Hi everyone! I thought that today I would bring you along, as I did it in French, I thought I would do it in English as well for all my English friends and also English people. So here I am in Radcliffe Square, which is in the middle of the heart of the university. And you have this beautiful square dominated by the Radcliffe Camera, which is this beautiful round building designed in the 18th century by James Gibbs. And it's just in front of the Bodleian Library, or the old part, like the main part of the Bodleian Library. And look, both buildings are connected together by an underground tunnel, as we already mentioned. And here is like sort of a light which shines through the tunnel which goes between those two buildings. So this was to show you how quiet and beautiful and peaceful at the same time this is at the moment. And over there, what you have is the College of Exeter College, the beautiful gardens. This is where Tolkien, for example, J.R.R. Tolkien studied, and he was inspired. So when you are in those gardens, Exeter College is a free college which usually opens between 2 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and you can have a very beautiful view overlooking at the Radcliffe Camera. And over there to the end of the square, to the south part, you can see the corner here of St. Mary the Virgin. Here we are, let's come closer. St. Mary the Virgin, which is the university church. You can go up the tower and have a very nice view of what we call the dreaming spires. This was an expression invented by Matthew Arnold. He studied at Oxford University and he really enjoyed Oxford, and he really loved it. So he had written a beautiful poem which is called Thyrsis, and inside some of the verses, one sentence stands as Oxford, that city of dreaming spires. So you can understand when you see those beautiful areas. To your right here you can see Brasenose College. And Brasenose College, for example, is where not recently, but at some point David Cameron studied in this college. And on the right hand side here is All Souls College, which is founded after the 100 Years War. So this is All Souls College to your right, and that building is known as the Codrington Library, which is the library for All Souls College. So we'll carry on a bit and we'll head off to the area by the Sheldonian Theatre. So see you shortly. Right, so we just left Radcliffe Square and here we are now overlooking at the main entrance of the Bodleian Library, with this beautiful door with the crests of the different colleges which were founded, already founded when the Bodleian Library was built in the 15th century, or at least the beginning of the buildings for the Bodleian Library. And if we carry on, of course, this is Cat Street, which is usually very busy between bicycle and pedestrian. And in the beautiful sun shining here to your right, you will almost here distinguish the Bridge of Sighs, built in 1913, and this is linking two parts of Hertford College. So therefore we call this bridge either Bridge of Sighs or Hertford Bridge, and they are different reasons why we mention Bridge of Sighs. So one reason is that, for example, at some point students have to go on one side, from one side to another one, because there are no toilets. Bon. So they're like, oh, I need to go. Well, this one I don't really trust it. The other one that I trust a bit more is students have to go from one side to another side to make their way to the examination school where they take exams. So of course they're like, oh, I need to go. So they're a bit stressed. And then when they come back, they feel relaxed. So Bridge of Sighs. Right opposite this building, guess what you can see here? The Sheldonian Theatre. So Sheldonian Theatre is designed in the 17th century by Christopher Wren, and a beautiful building which takes the model of a theatre in Rome, and inside here can happen or happened all the time the matriculation ceremonies, which are the ceremonies where students arrive for the first time at Oxford University, and also the ceremony at the end of their studies, which is known as the graduation ceremony or degree ceremony. So these happen here, and they have to make their way from the left hand side here, from the Divinity School part of the Bodleian, where they get changed, we call it the changing room, make their way to the Sheldonian Theatre with their proper gown, which is known as subfusc black and white. And here on your right hand side you can see the beautiful Clarendon building, which used to be the printing house for the Oxford University Press. So that's an amazing part, an amazing building as well, with those Doric capital to the top of the columns. And on the left hand side for you now, here you can see part again of the Bodleian Library, or the old Bodleian. And let's carry on. We'll make our way to Broad Street. So I better put the phone the other way, otherwise I'll fall down. Here we are. So we make our way to Broad Street, which is on the right, on the left hand side, sorry. So if you keep going towards this direction, to the north part, you get to the Natural History Museum, which is on your right hand side at the end of the street. And on the left you can see at the end, it's a college called Keble College, which is one of the first colleges in Oxford built in bricks. So it didn't please a lot of people when this college was built, especially someone called John Ruskin, who participated to the construction of the Meadow Building in Christchurch and also the Natural History Museum in Oxford. He didn't participate to the construction, but he had submitted the idea. And we can see the Clarendon building from the other side here, from Broad Street, with, what can you see on the top of the entrance? The famous Oxford University crest, which is with this open book and the 3 golden crowns, with this motto, Dominus illuminatio mea, the Lord is my light. To your right here you can see a beautiful building, or more impressive building, shall I say, called the Weston Library. And the Weston Library was originally built in the 1930s, rebuilt and redesigned between 2012 and 2015, about 4 years ago exactly. 4 years ago, in 2016, we had in here, I saw him myself, we had in here the Prince, His Royal Highness, which is His Royal Highness, who is Prince William, the Duke of Cambridge. Here he was, and I saw him. I was guiding a French school group at that time, and they didn't really want to listen to me. Of course, the Prince was more important, definitely. So it was quite nice to see him. It's the first time I saw the Prince as well. I saw Prince Charles as well at some point, but when he was visiting the Covered Market. And you can see another facade, beautiful here, of the Sheldonian, with those heads, familiarly and commonly known as the Emperor's heads, but they are more sort of a protection or fortification to the Sheldonian. Look, with this beautiful sun shining, it's absolutely amazing. So great. I am so lucky to be able to bring you here today. Broad Street, look. Broad because it's quite a large street, therefore Broad Street. And on your right here you can see is, at some point you will see it very soon. It's here on the right, it's called Blackwell Bookshop. And Blackwell Bookshop is one of the very famous bookshop here in Oxford, the biggest, shall I say, also because it's made up with 5 kilometers of books. It was in the Guinness record to have the most number of books. And here opposite is the History of Science Museum, which has different objects, as it says, through science. So as for example, you can find inside the blackboard from Albert Einstein, for example, or the camera of Charles Ludwig Dodgson. And Charles Dodgson was the real name for the person who wrote Alice in Wonderland, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. His name, his pen name is more known. You know him more under the name of Lewis Carroll is the pen name that he used. And inside, this is what you can find, because he was also learning to be a photograph at some point, so he liked photography. So that's why you can see that here. Hey. And if we carry on here on the right hand side, first college is Trinity College, and the second one over there with the tower is called Balliol College. And Balliol College is one of the 3 oldest colleges, founded in 1263 by John de Balliol and Dervorgillia. Yes, I spent about 1 year to try to pronounce her name. Try yourself, your turn. Dervorgillia. Here we are. So I hope this little tour today had interested you, and if so, put a like, put a comment, forward to your friends, to your family, to your mum, to your dad, to your children, to everyone, and I will see you very soon, maybe as just Jessica, because it's better to go outside with just me. Alice, I don't know if I can bring her. We'll see. Maybe one day I'll bring her. I don't know. I can't promise. So enjoy, take care, and I will see you soon. Bye. Bye bye.